Hello, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and enjoying English learning. In last lecture, in Unit 5, I explained you two stanzas of Activity 6, Activity 7, which is again a poem. In this unit, there are two poems. The first poem is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. In Activity 7, the another poem is After the Boom by Jerry D. Matz II. Students, here you have to understand both the poems as a part of Unit 5. I make you to revise Activity 1, which is the poem The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. In this poem, Robert Frost has written that a traveler is standing at the fork of two roads which are diverged in a forest, and he is in a great dilemma to choose one of the road to walk on. He has so many doubts and confusion while choosing the roads because both are as just as fair. He is standing and looking down as far as he could because the roads are bent in the wood. The forest, is yellow because the leaves turn yellow due to autumn season. So he is standing and thinking which path he should choose. He is observing both the paths, both the roads, and both the roads are just as fair for him. On both the roads, the leaves are not trodden black, the leaves are not crushed, they are not turned black. So he choose, after some thinking, he chose the second one and kept the first for another day. But still he has doubt whether he should ever come back. And with a sigh he is telling, in future I will be able to walk on the first road. Two roads diverged in a wood, and the traveler has taken less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. Made all the difference means it has made the future of the traveler. Understood? So, this was the first poem. Then, in second poem, in Activity 7, the poem is given After the Boom by Jerry D. Matz. Students, let me tell you the summary of this poem first so that it will be easy for you to understand. This poem is written by Jerry D. Matz II and is a modern poem because it does not follow any meters or any rules of the poem. This poem is very much related with your life as you all are in teenage, and it tells the story, the worry of a father for his teenage daughter, and the father is on his deathbed and thinking about his daughter's future. He is restless, he cannot sleep, and he wants to show his daughter all the paths of possibility of life. He knows that he can't tell her what to do because after all the choice is his daughter's only, but he has to guide her to her passion, to identify her passion. The father observes the daughter working over, drawing and sketching the world outside, and same impression she has inside her mind also. Father is greatly worried regarding her career and future and the insecurities that she is going to face because of the shifts of life in future. We all know that we have to pass the different levels of our life as a school boy or school girl, as a teen age, then your career, then your social life, etc., etc. So he is greatly worried that his daughter is going to encounter the shifts of life in future, and will she be able to pass all these shifts. He wants to see her life filled with peace and happiness, as all the parents they do, and slips into his own past. He is thinking over his daughter's future, but slowly he slips into his own past. He recalls how he grew up in his life working as a laborer in rock crushing factories, and nobody was there to help him out. He also recalls when he was 13, he was dreaming high in a rocket, leaving every tension behind. Means he was thinking to ride a rocket, leaving every tension behind, and wants to rejoice where there is no force of pull to bring him back. He did not want to back away from the blue earth worries and from expectations of his parents. He would find peaceful life completely lacking all the tensions of the world. Means he wanted to fly away from the tensions and from the worries and the expectations of his parents from the blue earth. We can conclude that the father on his deathbed is greatly about his daughter's future and feels helpless helping her out. He wants to help his daughter, but he is helpless, and in last stanza, he losing hold on his life and near death and perceives his life coming to an end. His soul moving up towards the void, breaking the sound barrier and living the blue earth beyond the force of gravity. We all know that there is gravitational force on the earth, and he is living his body, the soul is living his body, and it is moving beyond the force of gravity. He would leave behind all his worries and his parents' expectations of him and sleep in weightless nights, tension free nights. So, this is the story, this is the summary of this poem. I hope you understood the idea of this poem. In last lecture, I explained you two stanzas. Let me revise it fast. A sleepless father, head on a folded pillow, hears the murmuring of water from the tap, like the voices of spirits flowing down generations' old pipes. His 13-year-old daughter opens the water faucet more to release the pressure of the elemental weight. The father is sleepless because he is on his deathbed, and he hears the murmuring of water from the tap like voices of spirits flowing down generations old pipes. Like spirits, they flow down in different bodies, and the water is also murmuring in the pipes, old pipes, in this manner only. His 13-year-old daughter opens the water faucet more to release the pressure of the elemental weight. And after hearing the noise, the 13-year-old daughter opens the water tap to release the pressure of the elemental weight. Elemental weight means of the earthly weight, means the gravity, the gravitational force. Second stanza, the water stops and she shuffles back to bed. Because she opens the water faucet more, the water stops and again she moved with a dragging style back to her bed. School in the morning and all, because she has school in the morning and all other chores to do. What keeps her mind occupied as she slips under the covers to fall? Father is thinking, what is there in his daughter's mind when she is in the bed? Where? To what dreams? What are the dreams? Does she really have a notion of a far future over half her remembered life away? Father is thinking, does the daughter have a notion? Notion means idea regarding his future, regarding his career when half of her life is away. The father wants to show all her paths of possibility, knowing he can't tell her what to do, but only guide her to her passion. Father is very much worried regarding the future of his daughter and wants to show her all the possibilities of life, of this world. But he is knowing that he can't tell her what to do, how to do, but he can only guide her to her passion. He can help her out to find out the passion. He has watched her concentrated over pads, drawing and sketching the world outside and inside her mind. He has watched her concentrated over pads. Till now, he has observed that she is much interested in drawing and sketching the world outside and even inside her mind. What wonders if it's a childhood hobby to fall away like dolls, or can it be something to animate a life? Every time she is engaged in drawing and sketching, but what is that? Is it a childhood hobby like playing with dolls, or can it be something serious to animate a life, to vibrant a life? Animate means to make live, किसी भी चीज़ को जीवंत करना, to animate. Understood? Next one is he searches her for what? He searches her for what? He is not even sure. He searches her. He tries to find out her interest. For what she is doing all these things. But he is not even sure. He wants to protect her from life's continental shifts that rapture plans and futures, but knows he can only show her how to be filled with a curious life. He wants to protect her from life's continental shifts. Life's continental shifts means natural shift. Like there are different stages in life, like infant. कौन कौन से स्टेजेस हैं? इन्फेंट, जब तुम बहुत छोटे बच्चे होते हो. देन चाइल्डहुड, चाइल्डहुड के बाद स्कूलिंग, स्कूलिंग के बाद करियर, करियर के बाद सोशल लाइफ. ओके, स्कूलिंग में टीनेज भी आ गई, टीनेज. ओके, so these are different stages, continental shifts. What are these? Life's continental shifts, when you have to face different problems at these different stages. So father is very much worried to protect, how to protect his daughter from life's natural shifts that can break the plans and futures, but knows he can only show her how to be filled with a curious life. But he knows that he can only guide his daughter how to fill with a curious life, to cherish wonder, to enjoy the life. What did his parents see in him? Now he is thinking over himself. अपने आप का पास्ट देख रहा है फादर. What did his parents see in him? How will we identify that it is talked about the father's past? यहाँ पर हीज दिया हुआ है. ओके, अभी तक हर था, अब हीज मीन्स फादर्स. What did his parents see in him? Go to college, but the subtle words of his father who said, "No one helped me," and never left the dirty mines and rock crushing factories of dull labor. When the father went to college, at that time his father's small but not important words he said, which could not help him, and he can never leave the dirty mines. Dirty mines means, mines पता है क्या होता है? माइंस, माइंस यानी कि खान, जो अलग अलग मेटल्स की जो खान होती है ना, जिसमें से मेटल्स निकाले जाते हैं, उसे कहते हैं माइंस. द रॉक क्रशिंग फैक्ट्रीज ऑफ डल लेबर. रॉक क्रशिंग फैक्ट्रीज यानी पत्थर तोड़ने की फैक्ट्रीज में कितना हार्ड वर्क होता है, कितना डल लेबर होता है. ओके, so father is thinking all about this, that no one was there to guide him, to tell him what to do as a career, to form the career, to live a better life. And he had never left the dirty mines and the rock crushing factories of dull labor. The sleepless father tries to remember 13 and what he knew and pretended to know. In his dark bed, he recalls the desires of the boy on the age between kid and teen, sailing for distant space. The sleepless father tries to remember 13. When the sleepless father, the restless father, tries to remember when he was 13 years old, when he was in his teenage, he tries to pretend, he tries to know everything, tries to recall everything in his dark bed. Why the bed is called dark? Because it is death bed. Okay, मरने वाले हैं वो. Recalls the desires of the boy on the age between kid and teen. वो अपनी एज में, जब वो किड और टीन की एज में थे, मतलब कि टीन एज में थे, तब वो अपनी इच्छा क्या थी उसके बारे में सोच रहे हैं. What was his desire when he was 13? Sailing for distant space. He wanted to sail for distant space. He wanted to sail into space, ride the rocket higher toward the void and break the sound barrier, and after the boom, escape the tides of gravity, the blue earth, his worry, and all his parents' expectations of him, and sleep in weightless nights. The whole stanza is very important. From this stanza only we come to know the reality of life, of your teenage. In teenage, each and every being, they try to dream of very high things, a very high thing. बहुत ही अपने बारे में बहुत ही ऊंचे ऊंचे सपने देखते हैं वो टीनेज में, बट क्या वो अपने सपनों को पूरे कर पाते हैं? Here the father also thinking about his own teenage when he dreamt to ride a rocket higher toward the void. Void means emptiness. Emptiness. एम्प्टीनेस ऑफ स्पेस, यानी कि वो क्या करना चाहते थे, उन्होंने क्या सपना देखा था कि वो रॉकेट में सवार होकर और स्पेस में चले जाएंगे एंड ब्रेक द साउंड बैरियर। और जो साउंड बैरियर्स हैं, आपको पता होगा कि अर्थ की अपनी खुद की आवाज़ होती है, वो सब क्रॉस करके अगर स्पेस में चले जाते तो सब कुछ एम्प्टी हो जाता है, कुछ भी नहीं रहता। एंड आफ्टर द बूम, यानी कि ये सब जो डेथ बेड पर है, एस्केप द टाइड्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी। आफ्टर द डेथ he escapes the tides of gravity, he escapes from the gravitational force, the blue earth। यानी कि आपको पता होगा कि जब मौत हो जाती है तो इंसान को जला दिया जाता है या गाड़ दिया जाता है, इसका मतलब उसका एग्जिस्टेंस से वो ख़त्म हो गया, वो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स से बाहर हो गया, वो अर्थ से ऊपर हो गया। दिस वरी, ऑल दिस टेंशंस, ऑल द वरीज एंड ऑल हिज पेरेंट्स एक्सपेक्टेशंस, और उसके पेरेंट्स की सारी एक्सपेक्टेशंस जो उसके लिए थी, एंड स्लीप इन वेटलेस नाइट्स, और वो एक गहरी नींद में सो गया। जो नाइट्स हैं जो वेटलेस है, वेटलेस मीन्स विदाउट एनी टेंशन, उसमें वो सो गया। अंडरस्टूड? व्हाट इज़ द मोरल ऑफ दिस पोएम? सी, there are two things from the point of view of the father and from the point of view of the teenage children। अगर फादर का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू लेंगे हम तो हमें पता चलेगा कि हर एक पेरेंट है वो अपने बच्चों के फ्यूचर के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा टेंस्ड होते हैं। वो ऐसे ही सोचते हैं कि उनका फ्यूचर है वो हैप्पी होना चाहिए और सक्सेसफुल होना चाहिए, और उसके लिए वो आज की जो जनरेशन्स हैं उन्हें सिर्फ गाइड कर सकते हैं, उन पर प्रेशर नहीं डाल सकते। ओके? क्योंकि उनकी भी कुछ लिमिटेशंस हैं। और अगर टीन एज बच्चों के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा जाए इसे, तो टीन एज बच्चे जो होते हैं, टीन एज चिल्ड्रन, दे हैव देयर ओन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, दे हैव देयर ओन थॉट्स रिगार्डिंग देयर ओन इंडिविजुअल लाइफ, दे ड्रीम वेरी हाई, वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा ऊंचे ऊंचे सपने देखते हैं। बट डू दे ट्राई टू फुलफिल देयर ड्रीम? क्या वो अपने ड्रीम्स पूरे करने के लिए ट्राई करते हैं? आपने सोचा होगा अभी इस एज में कि कोई टीचर बनेगा, कोई डॉक्टर बनेगा, कोई इंजीनियर बनेगा, कोई अच्छा बिजनेसमैन बनेगा, ये सब कुछ सोचा होगा, लेकिन क्या आप उस तरह से ट्राई कर रहे हो? बस सोच कर बैठ गए हो। So here it is said that if you want to be successful, you have to try very hard। जैसे फादर ने बहुत ऊंचे सपने देखे थे कि रॉकेट में सवार होकर वो स्पेस में घूमेंगे, लेकिन वो नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि एफर्ट्स नहीं थे और उन्हें कोई गाइडेंस देने वाला नहीं था। आपके पेरेंट्स भी आपसे ये कहते होंगे कि हम तो आपको ये सब बता रहे हैं, हमें तो कोई बोलने वाला भी नहीं था, हमारे पेरेंट्स तो कभी स्कूल में सीढ़ियाँ तक नहीं चढ़े, कभी उन्होंने हमारे टीचर को नहीं देखा, कभी कोई मीटिंग्स नहीं थी, ऐसे में हम लोग आगे आए हैं और आपके लिए हम इतना कर रहे हैं तो आप इतना नहीं कर सकते। सो दे एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम यू एंड यू हैव टू फुलफिल। वो आपसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस रखते हैं एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू योर एबिलिटीज़ यू हैव टू फुलफिल देयर ड्रीम्स। अंडरस्टूड? ओके, आई होप you understood this poem. Some question answers are given at the right side of this poem. This side. Whose point of view is the poem told from, the father or the daughter? ये जो poem कही गई है वो किसका point of view है? Obviously the fathers. The answer is the fathers. Second one is, the poet describes actions as well as thoughts and feelings. Underline words that express actions. एक्शंस जो हैं उसे अंडरलाइन करनी है। ओके, तो कौन कौन सी एक्शंस है? शफल्स है, ऑक्यूपाइड है, स्लीप्स हैं, ओके, देन हैव है यहाँ पर, रिमेंबर्ड है, दीज आर द एक्शंस। Then next one is the poem mentions paths of possibility. Are these like the roads in the road not taken or are they different? ये पोएम जो है वो पॉसिबिलिटी बता रही है, तो ये जो चीज़ है वो वही चीज़ बता रही है जो रोड नॉट टेकन में थी. यस श्योरली वो दोनों चीज़ें एक ही हैं. जैसे रोड नॉट टेकन में दो रास्ते थे, दो चॉइस थी और उसमें से एक हमें चूज़ करना था और उसी पे हमारा फ्यूचर डिपेंड है. सेम थिंग हैपेंस विथ द टीन एज चिल्ड्रेन बिकॉज दे हैव टू मेक द करियर चॉइस करनी होती है और उसी पे uनका फ्यूचर टिका हुआ होता है. सो द पाथ्स ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटी डिस्क्राइब्ड इन बोथ द पोएम्स आर सेम, आर equal. Then next question, how does the father express the way plans change and futures are uncertain? कैसे बता रहे वो प्लान कैसे कर रहे फ्यूचर्स वे को. तो यहाँ पर है कि फादर वॉन्ट्स टू वाइब्रेंट द लाइफ ऑफ हिज डॉटर and he tries to know about his interest, and because he knows that the life has different stages and she has to cross all the stages without any harm, without destroying the career, and she has to build the future of her future. And so the father is very much doubtful regarding his daughter's future because he is very uncertain regarding the stages of different life. कौन सी स्टेज पर क्या हो जाए वो अनसर्टेन है, वो कोई भी जान नहीं पाया है. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, whose future involves college in this stanza? फादर्स, यस फादर का फ्यूचर इन्वॉल्व किया है कॉलेज में क्योंकि बेटी तो अभी 13 ईयर्स की है. हु इज़ द फादर इन दिस स्टैंजा? इसमें कौन फादर है? तो फादर इज़ अ लेबरर इन अ रॉक क्रशिंग फैक्ट्री. यहाँ पर फादर जो है उनके भी फादर हैं, उनकी बात की गई है. ओके, हु इज़ 13 इन दिस स्टैंजा? तो 13 ईयर्स का कौन है इस स्टैंजा में? ऑब्वियसली द फादर इज़ 13 इन दिस स्टैंजा. व्हाट इज़ द बूम? बूम क्या है? बूम एक ऐसी, बूम का अगर लिटरली मीनिंग लें तो उसका मीनिंग कुछ आवाज़ होता है. ओके, लेकिन यहाँ पर बूम क्या है? डेथ है. हु ड्रीम्ड ऑफ वेटलेस नाइट्स? कौन सपने देख रहा है वेटलेस नाइट का? तो हियर द फादर इन हिज डेथ बेड ही ड्रीम्ड ऑफ वेटलेस नाइट्स दैट ही विल गेट आफ्टर हिज डेथ. अंडरस्टूड? See here, the poem After the Boom is about a 13-year-old and the relationships parents have with children. It includes a common action that is familiar and has many concrete words that students will understand. It was chosen deliberately to slightly changing so that students can come up with varied interpretations. So here some of the questions are given to think over. When the sleepless father was a boy, his parents had expectations of him. What did they expect him to do? Obviously, उन्होंने क्या चाहा होगा? उन्होंने क्या चाहा होगा उनसे कि वो भी अपना करियर बनाए जो उन्हें स्ट्रेस से दूर रखे, क्योंकि हर एक पेरेंट हैं वो अपने बच्चों का बेटर फ्यूचर चाहते हैं. What did the sleepless father dream of doing as a boy? As a boy, sleepless father ने क्या सोचा था? That he would be ride. He would be riding a rocket high into the space and which break the sound barrier and will be out of gravity of the earth. The sleepless father wants what his daughter will do, but he does not say what he expects. Why do you think he does not do this? Sleepless father है, वो सोच रहे हैं कि उनकी बेटी क्या करेगी, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी भी उससे नहीं कहा कि वो क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं। क्यों उन्होंने ये सब नहीं किया? बिकॉज ही थिंक्स दैट शी इज़ नॉट एट ऑल सीरियस अबाउट हर करियर, और वो पॉसिबिलिटीज़ दिखाना चाहते हैं, वो गाइड कर सकते हैं, वो उसे इस तरह से बता सकते हैं कि जो उसकी लाइफ को हैप्पी करे, विच मेक हर लाइफ वाइब्रेंट, and expects her to take up rewarding career, and so he warns her against the threats of life too, but he does not expect anything from her. उन्हें पता है कि उनकी बेटी है वो सीरियस नहीं है। What is the poet's main idea in the poem? कौन सा है मेन आइडिया? तो उसमें आपको पूरी पोएम की समरी लिखनी है। अंडरस्टूड? फिर यहाँ पर अलग अलग स्टूडेंट्स के एविडेंस इंटरप्रिटेशंस हैं जो आप नहीं कर पाओगे अभी ऑनलाइन क्लास में। सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड ऑल दिस थिंग्स एंड विल डू बेटर. विल ट्राई टू राइट द समरी ऑफ बोथ द पोएम्स, रोड नॉट टेकन एंड आफ्टर द बूम. Try to understand the things and try to revise the question answers. If you are able to write the summary, you will be able to write any of the questions asked from the textbook. So be prepared for that thing and improve your writing skills and try to complete the notes. We will meet in next lecture. Till then,